Good evening. This is the Conscious Hour. I'm in my portal. At my age, I'm not into technology. I wish I could do the reels and then put my face on it, but I haven't figured out how to do that. So we'll go back to storybook time. Elders speaking. How many times have we heard the word ceasefire? Let's just flash back. Anthony Blinken, October 7th. By February, they're talking about a ceasefire. He spent his whole life saying, I'm working on a ceasefire. Now you know how government is ineffective. They keep telling you they're going to do something, they keep telling you they're going to accomplish something, and they're working on it. But what they're really doing is making money and spending trillions on wars around the world. We've been working on a ceasefire for 2 years now. It was October 7th yesterday. Still working on a ceasefire. Oh, today, breaking news. We have a deal. Really? Yeah. We're going to exchange the captured, and we have a ceasefire. It's bullshit. It's a stall tactic. Do you think that Trump and Netanyahu are going to stop with the Greater Israel Project? That's been on the books before 1948, but we'll take it from 1948 on when that magical state of country of Israel was formed. No, they have to accomplish their mission. And the one thing the press doesn't do, I'm talking about the mainstream media, they didn't tell you that on August 26th, it wasn't in the New York Times or the Washington Post or the New York, the major news networks, that, yeah, we're going to have a removal of 2.1 million Palestinians. Somebody says, what? Trump didn't even talk about it. The Democrats didn't talk about it. Netanyahu said it. 2.1 million Palestinians have to leave the area, get out. Where are they going to go? So, where we're at right now, where we're talking about we have this little ceasefire, we got to deal, it's smoke and mirrors. It's pure bullshit. And it's disgusting that the press keeps repeating these same things. October 7th, the unprovoked attack, remember? They're saying the same thing 2 years later. Do they really think that we're that ignorant? That you can't really, if you dig in and you go look at what's going on and you look at the history and you actually do investigative journalism, you know damn well it wasn't an unprovoked attack. They had been screwing, killing, mass murdering, raping, pillaging the Palestinian people for a very long time. They put them in concentration camps. Somebody says, what do you mean concentration camps? Imagine this. Imagine you lived in Portland, Oregon, or you lived in San Francisco, or you lived in Chicago, or you lived in New York, or lived in Baltimore, wherever you lived, and they quarantined an area off, built walls around with razor wire, and said, here's where you live. You need permission to come and go. Do they show you that on the news? No, they don't show you that in the news. They don't show you shit on the news. They keep repeating the same lies over and over again. So, at one point in time, you say, I turn the news off. Most people do. Most people in America, if there's 340 million people, whatever it is, don't have a clue what's going on. They just know there's a war and the politicians are fighting amongst themselves, and I'm a Democrat and I'm a Republican, and we've got an election coming up, uh, and yeah, there's this war going on over there, but I can't deal with it. I'm trying to just survive my own life here in the United States. I'm just trying to make ends meet. Do you realize that 80% 80% of the American public can't even pay their bills. They constantly keep getting in more debt and more debt and more debt and more debt and more debt. Do you realize that a livable wage in the United States, according to the Office of Management and Budget, a long time ago, three plus years ago, was $79,000, $80,500? So how is it that you can sit here and support your politicians? When you start thinking about asking a question about a person that you just met, hey, do you trust politicians? Huh, hell no. Do you vote? Nah. I don't trust the system. I just want to enjoy life. I understand. But at this moment in time, you need to pay attention. You really, truly need to pay attention. Why? Because Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is a profiteer. He's like a pirate, just like Netanyahu. They go in and steal things. So Netanyahu and Donald Trump are like this. Just like Joe Biden was with Netanyahu, just like this. Remember when Joe Biden said in 1972 in Congress, or at the Senate, Congress, he was a congressman at the time, I should have been born a Zionist. I am a Zionist. I threw that words in. He said the first part. I should have been born a Zionist. You are one. You support Netanyahu for everything they've ever done. So, where are we going right now and where are we going to end up? We got a road we can cross. We can go left, we can go right. Either way, it's a clusterfuck. You keep going. We need to go right down the path of breaking up this monolithic, oligarchic democracy that we have. And Donald Trump is going in now, trying very hard to eliminate any rights of individuals. Any rights. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, equal justice under the law? No. We are going to a full fascist state. Fascism. It means real simple. A bunch of dudes and sometimes dudesses rule the world. They determine what you need. They determine what you get. That ain't what we were founded on, folks. We were founded on a concept that this collective consciousness, this we the people, if you ask a question and you have a problem and you say, hey, here's the problem I have. How about we put our minds together and solve it? How about we create a solution for all our problems? Do we do that? No. Do we always go to constant wars? Yes. Do we have constant poverty? Yes. Do we have constant crime rates? Yes. Do we have constant injustices? Yes. Oh, they're working on it. No, they aren't. They are in the last stages of completely eliminating what democracy we had gone. So that the techies, the uber rich, can own everything. They already own most of the wealth of the world. 1/10 of 1% of the entire population of the world of 8 billion people control everything. But imagine a world where that wasn't. Imagine a world where everybody everybody had the ability to manifest their destiny. And you have an idea, you wanted to create something and to create a business or you have an invention or whatever. And you could put it out there and make not just a livable wage, but make enough credits. I'm getting away from the money system, going to credit and debits. Enough credits that you can live and manifest your dreams so we can bank on the human potential of each individual. Then you take that and you say, hey, we've got a problem here. And the whole world comes together and say, let's solve it. So let's do a little test run, just a beta test here. How many people in the world want this war to end? Majority of the world. That's a lot of people. How many people would like to be able to have a life where they could manifest their own destiny? Because you had enough credits to be able to do whatever you wanted to do, to create whatever you wanted to create. You want to bank on the human potential? then what do? We give, meaning this machine, our government, gives everybody 80,000 credits for the time they're 13 years old. You get that every year. Then we're banking on your potential. We aren't controlling you anymore. We don't need a labor force per se when robots can take care of everything. What we need is a livable credit system so that everybody can manifest their destiny. Then think about this. You got the oligarchs. They go, hey, that guy over there, he's got a great idea. Let's go capture that one, take it, and we'll do it. It was a great idea. Thanks. And they leave them crumbs or don't give them anything. When you start talking about an inclusive world where we're banking on the human potential, every person is honored for their unique ideas and creations so that they can be part of this equation of making life better for everybody. So at the Conscious Hour, this is what we're about. We're about creating solutions to stop repeating the same, pardon me, fucking mistakes over and over again. And we are not going to have a permanent ceasefire. It's just a temporary one so we can exchange prisoners, dead bodies, and live people. And then we're going to go back and we still got 2.1 million Palestinians that are being killed every day. And where are they going? Where are they going? You call yourself a Christian, then how can you kill? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not judge. So, Mr. Trump and Mr. Netanyahu, the Republicans and the Democrats, because they were conditioned to the game called Monopoly when they were young, it's perfectly fine to win, to cheat, to steal, to make as much as you can. And look what we've created: hell on earth, not heaven on earth. So, my intention, it's always been my whole life, to create heaven on earth, to honor this beautiful planet that we have, to roll out the most innovative technologies to eliminate all of the carbon footprint in the world so we don't have pollution, that we don't have starvation, that we have a world that works together as a family where you don't have to have a passport and ID for this country and this country of bullshit. You got one ID system, it's for the world. It says, yeah, you live in Seattle or you live in Bangladesh or wherever you live, who gives a fuck? We don't have governments. What do we need governments for? So the politicians can make all the money and when we get nothing and they feed us the crumbs? No, we don't need politicians. What we need is a government that operates the operational system of our country. Think of it this way. What is the government supposed to do? Well, keep your roads good, keep your highways going, keep transportation moving, keep the system working. That's it. That's it. We don't need politicians. Oh, let's vote on this. Let's create this bill, and this bill's got 8,000 pages. This one's got 5,000 pages. This one's got. Let's do this. Oh, I can make money. Let's create this bill here. No, 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 no. If you're in an industry or have a big business and you make money, with a new economic system that I'm speaking about, everybody's banking, everybody is creating their own potential, developing what they want to do with life and achieve their maximum potential in life. And from that, the credits that they get, they spend those, and that money, the credits, go into the system to manage each what we call countries right now, because eventually there'll be no countries, and that we have a global economy and people have one ID, which is your debit and credit system. And then you can travel around the world and you don't care where you are. You'll be at geographical locations. That's it. Well, you have to screen you while you're on a wanted list. Wait, excuse me. The people that should be on the wanted list are the ones who created this mess, that broke that pledge when they pledged their allegiance to Jesus Christ to create heaven on earth, to thou shalt not judge and thou shalt not kill. They should wake up and realize that the new system benefits them. They control everything already. They're going to make even more credits. But what we're going to have here on Earth is peace. We're going to have peace, just like the Chinese are doing. The Belt Road Initiative. Somebody says, China, China, China. Oh, they're nasty. They're communists. They're coming to get us. They're going to steal Taiwan and they're coming in. Oh, bullshit. China, Chinese people live in a whole bunch of different, what we call countries. The Chinese are everywhere. Oh, they're invading everywhere. No, they're Chinese people, just like white people. Except we broke our white people up into, oh, you're from Belgium and you're a Frenchman and you're an Italian and you're a. No, 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 no. We created these states so the oligarchs could control their systems in these geographical locations. Look at Romania. Look at all the different countries that have changed their names and everything. I use Romania because of pedophilia industry and the Kirks and all that crap and Trump and just all that other crap. That's another chapter. We don't need this old world. What we need is a reboot 3.0. And the conscious hour, I asked myself the question about 8 months ago, who the hell am I? I got to come up with a new name. What am I? I'm the conductor. I'm the only person that I've ever met that does what I do. And I'm the only person I ever met that had the blessings from the creator to be able to be exposed to all these different things I've done in life. Going inside federal governments, going inside creating solutions for complex problems for the federal government, by going to Honduras and being involved in Central America and then getting involved down there and creating a strategic plan called Honduras is Open for Business. And then when Trump was president, I had two, we'll call them CIA, military, US military. One guy came to see me and he said, I want to have a conversation. I said, fine, let's talk. So we talked. We spent about 2.5 hours in a cigar bar. Never been to a cigar bar. The food they had was good. I don't smoke cigars. And then about a month later, he came back and we went to a different place. Went to a bakery, had coffee, and sat and talked. And then the last thing he said to me, he says, um, the person that reports directly to President Trump is going to come see you. He wants to talk to you. I said, fine, have him come. So he came down and met with me. We had a nice conversation. And I rolled out for him what a world would look like that each country could manifest their own destiny. I talked to him about the drug trade because the US government's been in the drug business for a long time. Clear back in Vietnam, 1952, we were there because of the heroin. We were in Afghanistan because of the heroin. We were, it goes on and on and on around the world. And so I said to him, I said, what we do is simple. We legalize the drugs. We put them in the pharmacies. I'm talking about cocaine. We put it in the pharmacies. They tax it, and people want to use cocaine. Fine. They've been using cocaine for thousands of years. They want to smoke dope. They can smoke dope. They want to drop LSD. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't make any difference. It's the individual choice. But what we do is we legalize it, tax it, and we don't have to have a crime because people can choose what they want to do. You don't have to have the cartel. Somebody says, oh my God, you're going to cut into my turf. No, cartels. You're simply a producer and a distributor. And you're going to distribute your products into the system that the system then is going to roll out. So this is the types of things that I've been doing my whole life. I've been blessed. I've been blessed. And the last story I'll tell you is this. This is going to be a long video, but that's okay. I remember being in Episcopalian church when I was 5 years old, Sunday school, and I remember hearing the words "heaven on earth," and "thou shalt not judge, thou shalt not kill." And I learned that because I snuck upstairs one time when the adults were being talked to by the minister, and he mentioned that. And I looked around the world and said, well, why were we at war? How could the Russians be our enemy when I have some Russian blood in me? That the Russians were our ally in World War I and World War II, but yet I'm laying underneath my desk and they're telling me the Russians are coming to get me. How is it that they were killing black people, white people? Thou shalt not judge. All life is sacred. So I looked at this world as a little teeny kid and said, Well, I want to figure out why the world's so fucked up. And that's what I've done. So the conscious hour is here to do one thing. It's to unpack the bullshit. It's to roll out solutions so we can achieve a goal of a unified world where we all work together through commerce and trade, and we have a debit and credit system where poverty is gone and the planet flourishes. So, this is what the conscious hour is about. And Donald Trump, you're an opportunist. You're an old card gambler, rip-off artist. Your Taj Mahal casinos in the buildings you build and all the contractors you shafted. You're a product of the game Monopoly. I know a lot of people that are in that, and they'll kill for it and they'll steal for it. And the irony is this: your money's not worth anything. Not since 1971. Not backed in gold, just a piece of paper that you believed was the road to a better future. In fact, it's the road to hell. Don't you think it's time to make a change? Donate to the Conscious Hour. It's a 501c3. I need somebody to come in and do the production for me. I can't do it by myself. But maybe this is all I need to do is sit in my chair at night and talk to the people so we rally. But one thing we have to do right now, folks, is rally hard, hard, and I mean vocally, of stopping Donald Trump, of stopping the system, because the Zionists, they're ruthless. They're Diablo, the devil. They lie, cheat, and cheat. Lie, cheat, and steal. Lie, cheat, and steal for their ultimate goal to create those money that is worth fluff. So we can change it. And they'll benefit. They'll benefit from it because they own most of the goods and services. So sit back, megalomaniacs, Netanyahu, sit back, chill out, and build a global economy. But we aren't going to get there because my voice can't change them. And they and we are on the eve of destruction. And if I had the song Eve of Destruction, Barry McGuire, I'd play it right now. But I don't because I can't multitask, produce, and do all this stuff by myself. So thanks for tuning into the Conscious Hour. It's on Facebook, it's on TikTok, and it's on YouTube. And I really want you to go to YouTube or TikTok and go to the library. I just realized there's hundreds of videos. I didn't realize I made that many on YouTube. And they're talking about the same type of thing, always rolling out solutions. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, share it, share it, start talking about it. Let's bring the conversation to the forefront. This should be on every major news network. We have a solution for the world. But they don't want to change because they're owned by an old operational system that won't let anyone come in unless they're part of the clan. I call it a death cult at the present moment. Peace and love. The Conscious Hour. Remember, it's our conscious hour to come together. Love you all.